We have breaking news this transfer deadline day out of H&W Welders, where manager Aussie Villain is attempting to strengthen his squad ahead of the club's Champions League debut. Now, for more on this story, we cross live to local reporter Eamon Murphy. And Eamon, who has come in? Thanks, yeah. £14 million in the bank, and the Welders have signed an 18-year-old winger on loan from Southampton. It's very underwhelming. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 11, Episode 5 here at H&W Welders, and today it is Carrick Rangers in the Premiership, and then we have our first ever game in the Champions League group stage against Celtic at home. And, well, it'd be nice to take something from that, wouldn't it? But the big news since last episode is we did make a signing on deadline day. Cian Scully from Southampton, a right winger on loan, a promising right winger. I don't know if he's as good as, who was it last year? Masson, wasn't it? But I think he could be okay for us. He's more of an out-and-out winger. He doesn't really have great finishing, but he's got good pace about him. He can dribble, he can cross, good first touch, good technique. I think he'll do okay for us. So we've got him in on loan. You can see there, just over $4,000 a week. So, I mean, we're paying relatively big wages, but we need to do that now to get these sorts of players in. If we look at the finances, I did have to move some of the transfer budget that we got. I had to move that into wages so that we were sort of at our wage budget, but $64,000 a week. I mean, that was the yearly wage budget back in the championship days, wasn't it? But we're big time now. We've made the Champions League group stage. We can afford nice things, kind of. So yeah, that's where that stands. And one other thing to catch you up on is that our training facilities have been improved. So they are now average. The youth facilities are only a day or two away, and so they're currently adequate. That will obviously improve soon. So off the field, we're starting to get things going, and now we've got this extra cash as well. We'll just be upgrading those facilities every year until we get state of the art. I would hope anyway. The board will approve that. Youth recruitment still needs to be improved a little bit, though we do have exceptional academy coaching. So we've got to keep those youngsters coming through, and it'll obviously help the club grow if we don't have to pay to get players in from elsewhere. So that's where we stand. Now, that's off the field where we stand anyway. On the field, there's 3 games to catch you up on. One in the league, one in the League Cup, and one in the Caramel Wafer Cup. So let's start with the league game against Ballyclare Comrades and see how we got on. McDade gave us an early lead, and Tommy Martin made it 2-0 before Fisher crossed for McDade to complete the scoring before half-time. So it was comfortable, this one. It was, they're newly promoted, and yeah, you can see there, 27 shots, none for them on target. We had 10 on target, and yeah, we just did enough to get the result. Bain at right back maybe could have done a little bit better, but to be honest, for him, 6.8 it's not too bad. But it was again a little bit of a rotated team as well. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Next up, it was Newington Youth in the League Cup. Now they are a second, maybe even third tier side, but let's see if we could avoid a cup set. Turpey put us in front early, and then doubled his tally, nodding in Rory King's cross, before completing his hat-trick in the second half when Miss Kelly played him in. So there we go, we're just too good for them. Turpey with a hat-trick. They did get a goal back late on. We went down to 10 men as well. Unfortunately, the game just doesn't recognise that goal ever happening, but I can assure you it was 3-1. And they did get one back where we're down to 10 men. Mickey Bain, just silly double booking. A few debutants in this one. Miss Kelly, who of course got the assist on the third Turpey goal. Now you may remember, came through our academy a few years ago now. I'm not sure exactly what he is, as he can't pass, doesn't have vision, but he wants to be a midfielder. His passing and vision looked okay for that third Turpey goal, didn't it? So he made his debut. And the other player to make a debut, other than Scully there, of course, as you can see, is young defender here, Neil McKinley. Now, I found him in the under-18s. I don't know if he's going to make it, but we did have a little bit of a, I won't say injury crisis, but we're just a little short at centre-back with these sort of 3 games happening within about a week. So we brought him on, and I wouldn't say he set the world alight, but he didn't do too badly, and he is progressing well. So if giving him the odd game, off the bench is going to help him come along, then I'm all for it. So that's Nicky McKinley that made his debut in this one as well. Final game to catch you up on, we began our defence of the Caramel Wafer Cup. It was a toughie. It was against Linfield. Let's see how it went. We went in front early when Dylan Lake scored from an impossible angle. But Linfield pegged us back immediately. Before Davidson secured the tie before half-time. So a really, really good win this. Both teams played a relatively strong team, to be honest. You can see they went with a 4-4-2, but there was, a lot of familiar names there to us. But the reason we had to put out maybe a stronger side than otherwise we would have is basically because, again, so many games in a row, I couldn't play sort of too much of a weakened side because we needed certain players for the league. So there's a lot of players here that will play in the Champions League game, but because there's a week between now and then, we kind of had to play a stronger team than I otherwise would have liked. But in the end, that's fine. We beat Linfield. It was an even game, as you can see, but we took our chances. They didn't, and we got into the next round. So a quick look at what all this means, and we'll have a look here. We can see we are still going neck and neck with them at the top of the league. We've got the Champions League starting today, of course, and we have Ballyclare Comrades in the next round of the League Cup. So that is something to look forward to. And in the next round of the Caramel Wafer Cup, do we know who we've got in that yet? I thought we did. Do we not know who we've got in that yet? Is there still a game to be played? Fourth round. St Johnstone Reserves. I thought we knew who it was. There is still a game to be played. So St Johnstone Reserves, that's a glamour tie, isn't it? So that's what's up next in the Caramel Wafer Cup in our defense of that. All right. Let's have a look and see what we're doing here against, who are we playing? Carrick Rangers. And we can see that we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. Now, Carrick Rangers is a side that has given us troubles in the past. But we've got a strong side going out for this one. So Zanetti in goal. It's Davies, it's Coyle, McMenemy, and Monaghan as the back four. Now, unfortunately, obviously we knew Roy Hill was injured, but Bain is suspended for this one. Of course, of his red card stupidly in that pointless game against Newington Youth. So it means Monaghan plays this and he'll probably have to back up for the Champions League as well. McQuaid and Al Amin go in midfield. It's Scully and King as the wingers. And Chambers, we're going to try him as an on-gonch. He's not quite working out as an advanced playmaker, so we'll try him as an on-gonch. McDade, of course, in the league means he goes up top. He has 5 goals already in 3 appearances. This is the year he gets the record, surely. Come on, McDade. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. Now we had, was it Aaron McLaughlin on loan I think it was one of the McLaughlins a few years ago anyway. But what do we want to say to this? We're favourites for a reason. We've got some nervous players. I wonder if we, what can we say to this? They give the fan, just relax boys, play your natural game. The result will come. And let's hope that this is going to work. Oh, look at that. What a team talk. What a team talk, Aussie villain. All right, and here we go. Another one of these games in the league. We're at home this time. We just need to get the result, don't we? We just need to keep the 3 points coming in and make sure that that we're keeping pace with Linfield, and hopefully they slip up before we do. Keane, I think we had him. He came through our academy. Oh dear, that's not how we wanted to start things. It was a desperate lungy tackle from, I think it was Coyle. But well, we didn't get it clear, did we? And that's not the start we wanted. McLaughlin down to Keane, ball in. Monaghan loses out. McMenemy it was with the tackle, but it just fell straight to McGee's feet, and there wasn't much we could do. Let's give him a berating here, nice and early. Still plenty of time to recover, of course. And we've got to highlight Davies with a throw. For Chambers, back to Davies, ball across. It's there at the back post, and it's Keane Scully. Our first game on YouTube, our first game in the league, and he's got his first goal for the club, 1-1. So that's a promising sign. Hopefully we've woken up from our mistake there. So wonderful cross from Davies, wasn't it? And Scully at the end of it, doing his best impersonation of a Kyle Fisher finish there. Do we have haven't got a score yet from the Linfield game? Here we go. More defending to do. Oh, Monaghan is having a nightmare. It's Lewis McLaughlin. It's 2-1 now to Carrick Rangers. And, well, I wonder if there is an element of match fatigue. I mean, it's not. It's an element of Monaghan not knowing how to defend is what it is. We'll give him another berating. I do wonder a little bit if it's some tied legs, perhaps. Linfield was still on 12 points, so they must be losing as well. So this is not the week to lose a game, is it? Decent cross there by Chambers, but it's headed away. Al Emin back to Coyle. Back to LM in, wide to Davies, to McQuaid, to King, Chambers, King, McQuaid. Good overlapping run there from Davies. Can he get the cross in? McDade is lurking. He goes short for King. King to McDade. McDade to Scully. Oh, and it's just wide. Some decent football there from us. We've got a corner now. McQuaid to take. It's into a good area. It's off the post and it's away. It's another corner kick. I think it was McMenemy with the header off the post. McQuaid over to the other side. Larn is beating Linfield. Ball in. It is over the bar. I didn't see who it was. Excuse me. Larn is now 2-0 up over Linfield. This is not the round for us to have an off day. Is that we have a chance to go clear here. Coyle. Wide for Davies. McQuaid to Davies. But there's the ball. Al Emin's in. Al Emin has the finish. Stephen Al Emin. He doesn't get many. A first of the season. This is a first for the club. No, he's got a couple, hasn't he? He's smashed a couple in. But he's made a really good run from deep there. Let's tell him to focus. And for the second time this half, we've drawn level. Now let's see if we can go in front. It's a good ball from McQuaid. And Al Emin is, well, he's got a relatively simple finish at the end of it, hasn't he? Chambers, again, only playing a 6.3. I wonder if I should have had Mr. X-Ray Vision on the bench. Maybe he needs to come back in and play number 10. But there we go. It's 2-2 at the break. We've been... well, we've been quite poor, really, haven't we? Not happy with that, boys. We'll pump our fists. We have faith in you. And, well, we've just got to get back out there for the second half and make sure that we defend properly, and we should be okay here. We've shown we've got goals in us, but unfortunately it's at both ends. McMenemy heads that away. Can we win this back? McDade, of course, hasn't got a goal yet today. That's some horrible defending. What is wrong with our defending today? Berate. What do we do? Let's go get stuck in. And maybe just drop the line off. Because they're just going over our heads, aren't they? So it's a terrible start to the second half. And now we need goals again. Oh, I don't even... Yeah. Maybe getting stuck in will help a little bit. I think we're going to have to bring... I'm wondering if we bring Napoleon on, or I'm also wondering if we go 2 up top. We're creating chances, we're not taking them. All right, we're going to change things around here. Okay, so we're just going to make the one sub for now. We've taken Chambers off, he had a promising start as a number 10, but he's gone completely off the boil. So we're going to go with 2 up top, Diora and McDade. We're going to have everything else will stay roughly the same. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to lower the tempo. I wonder if we've got some height up there. So I wonder if what we actually should be doing is getting early crosses in. So we'll try that and maybe exploit the flanks. Try and get some crosses in towards the 2 big lads in the middle. We've got some more defending to do here. Cross in. Oh, we're having an off day. I mean, you could look at it 2 ways, I suppose. We're having an off day on a day that Linfield look like they're going to lose, so we don't actually lose out any ground to them. But equally, it's a big missed opportunity. Here we go, Diora. Diora with a dig, and Michael Diora. How's that for a finish? A first goal of the season for him. We're back to 3-3. And, well, that was very, very nice indeed. I wonder if we praise them. I mean, we're not actually playing too badly, are we? The goalkeeper's having a bad day, and the attack is having a bad day, which is the opposite of what we usually have. You'd say, you know, looking at the team normally, the goalkeeper's one of the strengths, and obviously we attack quite well. I'm wondering if we give Fisher a little bit of time. King's only playing a 6.2, and we need to try and get this result, don't we? King, he slides in wonderfully. Oh, the tackle just doesn't quite find a teammate as needed. Monaghan it's outside, isn't it? No, it's not. Monaghan's having a nightmare as well. Come on, Zayanetti, we need this. Oh, and we're behind again for the 4th friggin' time. 4-3 now. Berate. I mean, what have you got to do, guys? Stop doing stupid things. Let's just get the ball forward. Getting the shits with this. In their faces, win the ball back, and just score your chances, please, guys. Let's encourage them. I mean, they've basically scored every shot they've had on goal. There's a flick on. Diora can't quite get to it. Are we going to get to that first? No, we're not. I would take Monahan off. We don't have another right back. I mean, I've already said Bain's suspended, and he's rubbish anyway. And Hill's injured. We just don't have a right back right now. McQuaid through for McDay. Can he get himself a goal? He hasn't got one yet. And that pretty much sums up our afternoon. The players that are usually so reliable for us have shut the bed. And we've lost at home to Carrick Rangers, and that is, well, it's a stupid result. We actually haven't played that bad. Maybe we say unlucky. So there we go. We stay top of the table. Lan joined us there now as well. And, I mean, that was just silly, wasn't it? I mean, I've got something wrong, I'd say, in a team talk or something, because we've just not shown up at all for that game, and that is... Well, it's frustrating, isn't it? You can feel it bubbling up inside. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We've got Champions League debut next. Maybe we'll save all our good defending for that one. Okay, welcome back. Now, a little bit of good news is that the under-19s who under-18s, who of course are playing in the Youth Champions League, got a 1-1 draw out of Celtic. Let's hope we can do the same. But that's excellent. I mean, Marseille beat Man City as well. But anyway, so a good start for the kids there. Excellent, excellent news. Now, there was a request in the comments to have a look and see how the other major leagues are doing. And I thought, now that we're going to be playing against some of these teams, let's have a look and see exactly. Tottenham have won the league. Well, there you go. Anything's possible in FM. But we can see there the Premier League. Bristol City's up there. So that's sort of how that is looking right now. We'll go and have a look at some of the other major leagues as well. Serie A, of course, this is early days, isn't it, in the leagues here, but Torino, who, of course, we've got our player Ellis on loan from, so that's how La Liga is looking. I mean, I don't know Italian football particularly well enough. I don't see any teams that are really shockingly unusual to be there. Ligue 1, I mean, as you would expect, Paris have run away with that multiple times, so there was a Lyon title in there. Again, I don't know French football well enough to know if there's any unusual teams, though Marseille, who of course will be playing down there in 14th, perhaps that is a good sign for us. La Liga, and again, it looks as though Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid are the main players here. Real Sporting is up there early on in the season. I don't, again, recognize any teams there that are sort of unusual to be in La Liga. The Bundesliga, and as expected, Munich have absolutely swept the floor there. St. Pauli, Dynamo Dresden. Again, no real strange sides that seem to be up there, is there? So that's that. And the last one we'll look at, and predominantly because Celtic is in our group, is the Scottish Premiership. Now, again, no particularly unusual teams, I don't think, though Celtic has dominated the league. They've really, really dominated that league, haven't they? Just the one title there for Rangers. So that is, well, it is what it is, isn't it? Now, we have already had a game in our group, and it finished Marseille 1, Manchester City 1 in France. So, I mean, if we are going to get out of the group, I mean, that's maybe not the best result for us. You'd probably want Marseille to have lost there to stay, as minimal points as possible, because Man City is not going to be the team we beat here, is it? But we're playing Celtic, we're hosting them, we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 from them, and this is the team we're sending out. Now, we're trying a European formation. We're going to have to somewhat learn on the run here as the best way to play against these better teams in the Champions League. But Zianetti in goal, Ellis, Martin, Simpson, and Monahan. Hopefully he's got all his defensive howls out of his system. Munier as a defensive midfielder, McGreevy and Napoleon in midfield, Fisher and Lake providing the width, Davidson going up top, Turpey, Scully, Chambers, who has come under a little bit of pressure from the media about his poor performances, and they have been poor, McQuaid, Davies, McMenemy on the bench. Well, let's play some Champions League football. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. Zinchenko is at Celtic. I don't recognise too many other names there because we're 11 seasons in, so there's going to be a lot of regens kicking around now at these top clubs, isn't there? We're the underdogs. Let's go cause an upset. We could probably just about get on board with that. We'll point our fingers, say we have faith in them, and hope that this doesn't go horribly. And here we go, Champions League football. Finally, the Welders have the anthem playing, and it looks to be a lot of Celtic fans at Windsor Park, doesn't there? I think Belfast is mostly Celtic fans anyway, I think, isn't it? So, yeah, there's the group. I mean, if we could get a win, we'll be top of our Champions League group. We'll screenshot that, won't we? But here we go. Besides much, that's a lot of Celtic fans, isn't it? All right, come on, boys. Come on. We can do this. The primary objective here is just to try and keep things tight. That's sort of the way we've tried to set up. Is it going to work? I mean, off the crossbar. The scouts report said that they're a much better side than us, so chances are, no, it's not. But we've got a little bit of luck there off the crossbar. We'll take that. We'll need that. And we'll see what we can do here. A corner to defend. Can we get that away? It's over the top. But it didn't look like it was over by much, did it? I mean, we haven't threatened them at all as of yet. We'll keep encouraging them. They haven't had a shot on target themselves, so we'll cling to that as long as possible. You would like to think we could offer something, wouldn't you? Monahan with a throw. Can't find Napoleon. Mounier is there, picks it up. We've got a highlight in Champions League football. McGreevy to Lake. Ellis is in a little bit of space. We go forward for Fisher. It's Davidson, and Davidson can't quite get hold of his shot, but that was a decent chance for us, wasn't it? We've had as many shots on target as they have. And can we get to half-time? And I can ruin it with my half-time team talk. That's probably what's going to happen here, isn't it? But we'll take that. 45 minutes of Champions League football, and we haven't conceded a goal. Baby steps. Are we pleased with that? What do I want to say to this? All right, what if we say, get back out there and grab the goal? Grab the goal that wins us for us, boys. We'll pump our fists. And, well, I mean, more of the same. I think, as much as anything, we want to try and get as many coefficient points as we can. A draw is going to equal coefficient points. It's also going to equal money for us. So that, I think, is what we need to try and do. Realistically, we're certainly not going to stay in the Champions League, but even realistically, we're probably not even going to get third and parachute down. So if we just cling to what we can, there's no such thing as a bad point, and keep ourselves in the conversation as long as possible. Don't give away a penalty here, please. Ellis, edge of the area. Are they going to smash one in, as tends to happen against us in Europe? No, we've cleared that away, and it was offside in any case. I mean, touch wood, you'd have to say we've limited their chances quite well here. They've had 11 shots, but only 2 on target. Their XG is relatively low. We've got a corner to defend here. Mounier is there. Gets it clear. Not completely clear. Fisher has another go. Again, we still can't get it clear. And are we going to pay the price for this? Oh, just past the post. Do we want or need to make any changes here? One thing we could do, of course, is look to push players forward, but I don't know if that's what we want to do. Let's just keep encouraging them. I don't think a point's a bad point here for us. Do we go for it late on? They've got changed to 4-4-2. All right. Fisher Lake, they're not having great games. Let's get rid of that. Let's try and exploit the flanks. Let's just have a quick go late on here. See if we can... and we'll put Turpey on. See if he can get the record for youngest ever goal scorer in the Champions League. Let's give them some more encouragement. We'll take a point. It's not been a classic game, but I tell you what, we've only gone and taken a point in our first ever game of Champions League football. We defended well, and there's not really much else you'd say about our performance. We had the one chance, didn't we, for Davidson, just couldn't quite get a hold of his shot, but I think that's a creditable result for us. We can see the other results around Europe there. But yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. And look at that, almost another £1 million in the bank with that point. So it was definitely definitely worthwhile, wasn't it? Finances continue to look amazing for us, and we've probably almost sold out Windsor Park there as well, which can only help with the finances. But that is decent. I mean, the question we're going to have to ask ourselves is, are we at some point going to have to be a little bit more ambitious? But I don't know if, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do we just keep doing that and see how we go, or do we look to be a little bit more adventurous and seeing if we can win games? But there's a very good chance, of course, that we would just end up losing anyway. But that'll do it for today, guys. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't know what happened in the league, but a decent result in Europe for us. I think what we'll do is we'll come back next time. It'll be Linfield away. We'll skip over Berlin and Milan, and then we'll come back for Manchester City away. And there's a very good chance that could go very, very badly for us. But let's hope that we Well, you never know. Maybe we can spring another 0-0. Take care.